Hello and welcome to our first Dreamweaver website design project. In this series you'll learn how to build a complete website from start to finish using Dreamweaver CS6. You can use your own images and resources for this project, or if you prefer you can download all of the project files shown in these tutorials. You can also get the complete series manual in printed or ebook format along with the high definition video tutorials from wizibooks.com. Once you start building your own websites, you'll probably want to publish them. And if you do, you'll need to research SEO, or search engine optimization. This is what makes our web pages more search engine friendly. Now it's quite a big topic and it's a little bit beyond the scope of these lessons, but I would suggest that you do your own research on the tools and techniques available for search engine optimization. In this lesson, what we're going to do is we're going to start that process off by including a couple of meta tags in our HTML document, and I'll explain them as we go along. Search engines send out spiders or robots to find and analyze websites, and if we include meta tags in our code, we can inform these robots of what we want them to do. So for example, we can ask them to index our web pages and follow any links that appear within the code. The robots will follow the links and go to those pages and look for similar meta tags. In this lesson, we'll look at a couple of different ways of inserting those meta tags into our code. So we'll start by entering the code manually. Remember, search engine information goes into the head section of your HTML document, and this is where the browser or the search engine looks for those instructions. So I'm going to come up to the end of the title tag and I'm just going to give myself a little bit of space. And the first meta tag that we'll put in there is one for the robots. So we'll open up a meta tag and we'll specify name and robots. And we want the robots to do something with our content. So we'll type content. And now we'll instruct the robot as to what to do. And we're going to ask the robot to index and follow. And that will tell the robots to both index our website and to follow any links that it finds on it. I'll close that tag off. So there's our first meta tag. And as I say, this tells the robots to index and follow any links that it finds on our web page. Now this is us hard coding a meta tag into a web page, but the Dreamweaver interface can also be used to insert meta tags. I'm going to switch to design view and I'm going to display an extra toolbar. So I'm going to come up to the view menu and come down to head content, and if I click on that, an additional toolbar will appear just above our web page. And this will show us the links to the meta tags that we're creating, or indeed it will allow us to insert new meta tags. And we're going to be inserting two meta tags, one for keywords and one for description. The keyword meta tag allows us to type in a list of relative words about our web page, and these will be used by search engines to display relevant content as people are searching for information. The second tag we'll insert is the description tag, and that describes our page, and that's also used by search engines to help deliver the pages that people are looking for. So let's start with the keywords tag. I'm going to come up to insert and come down to HTML, across and then down to head tags, and we've got a keywords option here, and if I click on that one, that opens up a dialog box where we can simply type in our keywords. And as you're typing, you simply separate your keywords with a comma. So let's think of some keywords for this website. So we've got John O'Dowd, photography, we've got some photographs on this website. We've got some night photography. We've got some sunsets. And there's a few photographic techniques. So these will do for now. These are our keywords, and I'm going to say OK to that. And when I do that, we get a new symbol appear in our toolbar that we opened a second ago. So this is the keyword symbol. And if we want to edit those at any time, if I double click on the key, the properties panel will open and we'll see our keywords down here. So we can edit, change them or add to them. I'll close the properties panel down. And now let's insert the description meta tag. So again, we'll come to Insert, HTML, Head Tags, and Description. A very similar box will open up, and in here we can simply type a description for our web page. So there we have it. John O'Dell Photography, a collection of photographs and photographic techniques by John O'Dell. We'll click OK there, and you'll see a new icon appear in our meta tags toolbar. I'm going to close this toolbar down, so I'm going to go back to View, and I'm going to remove the tick from the head content there, and that will hide those icons away. But let's switch back to our code window and see what Dreamweaver's popped in there for us. So here's the meta tag that we entered by hand, and these are the two meta tags that we just entered using the Dreamweaver interface. So we've got meta name, keyword, contents, and then that's what we typed in. And then we've also got the meta tag description, and again the content shows the text that we typed in there. Now you'll notice that I placed my meta tag just underneath the title, but when I use Dreamweaver's interface, it kind of puts it where it wants to, and I want all my meta tags to be together. So I'm just going to highlight those and drag them up slightly. So now I've got my three meta tags just underneath my title, and that's then followed by any links that I want to include on the web page. Something else you might want to use is some software to analyze the performance of your website. And Google Analytics is a free tool offered by Google, and at this point I like to put a placeholder in my web page just to remind me that I'm going to put some Google Analytic code in there. So I'm just going to paste a couple of lines of comments there where I've got the start Google Analytics and the end Google Analytics, and the code that I'm going to be using will go in between these two. So that's it for now. We've entered some meta tags and talks a little bit about SEO, so I'll save the file and we'll continue building the website in the next lesson. If you found this series of videos helpful and you want to receive updates on video tutorials as they're released, why not subscribe to my channel? And don't forget to like and share it with your friends.